Chapter 46, or 1,000 Armies, Rumble. Thousands of horses galloped with a heavenly sound and a murderous aura, heading straight for the cloud beast battlefield. At the mouth of a square, the Bodhisattva of Mercy Life and the Grand Elder all choked slightly. Thousands of horses. The Grand Elder said in a deep voice, "Surely it's him, haha. This is the first time I've heard that this summoning cloud beast can also summon such a galloping." Seeing a Bodhisattva Mercy Life laughed. Who is this person? How could he have such chess power, and actually knows the rules of this heaven and earth? The Grand Elder looked towards the Mercy Life Bodhisattva. The Bodhisattva of Merciful Life looked at the Cloud Beast General at the very front, where Gu Hai's body was plunged into the head of the general who was holding the square heavenly paint halberd. "His name is Gu Hai," the Bodhisattva of Merciful Life said gruffly. The top of a mountain peak. Thousands of armies. Somewhat interesting. The Great Brightness King God sneered. That. Steeply. The Great Brightness King God's voice rose several degrees. Great Brightness King God, look at the front of those thousands of troops. That person is holding. A sun-black-robed man steeply exclaimed. Great Brightness King God, is that new Wahoo? The crowd of sun-black-robed men were in an uproar. Look again. The Great Brightness King God said gruffly. The appearance of 1,000 armies immediately drew the attention of countless cultivators in the world, and there were the aborigines of this place, all of them staring in disbelief. How could this happen? It's never happened before. How could a golden chess piece summon a group of cloud beasts? Am I dreaming? What kind of joke is this? All around the sky, there were cries of alarm. Although the group of soldiers and horses were only 100 feet in size, they couldn't help but be too many. There were nearly 10,000 of them. How could there be so many? The crowd of cultivators were at a loss for words. Meng Tai's face also changed. Meng Tai knew beforehand that Gu Hai's chess power was amazing, but he didn't expect it to be so exaggerated, which is amazing chess power. This is simply cheating. You're the only one who can grab it. Other people still rob or form an army and fight against 1,000 armies, Meng Tai bellowed. The 9th Duke's face also changed. Indeed, in the blink of an eye, Meng Tai's group of cloud beasts were no longer a threat. The biggest threat was instead that 1,000 armies. Stop attacking and fully defend against 1,000 armies. The 9th Duke let out a loud shout. Yes. In the blink of an eye, the two hostile forces that had just fought to the death were suddenly united in their defense against the 1,000 armies. Gao Xianzi's eyes were filled with awe. Has the helmsman become possessed by Elder Chess Watcher? I'm not dreaming, am I? Chen Chonchen rubbed his eyes in excitement. But, in his hand, there was a golden chess piece, which was a credential to mobilize the power of the heavens and earth in this realm. The golden chess piece was power. What Gu Hai knew was the Tao of chess, using the Tao of the Tao to control the power of the Tao. In an instant, Gu Hai was able to display the Tao that others did not know. This 1,000 armies and 10,000 horses, a game of killing chess condensed with a single strand of chess realm. Thousands of armies, unrelenting, God blocking to kill God, Buddha blocking to kill Buddha, unstoppable and invincible. Roar. 10,000 troops roared in unison, their voices shaking the sky. Kill. The generals holding the square heavenly painted halberds were even more murderous, their eyes showing ferocity. And Gu Hai maneuvered the thousands of troops while holding Xiaoru in his arms. Xiaoru, don't sleep. Listen to me. Don't sleep. I'll be able to save you soon. Don't sleep. Never sleep. Gu Hai woke up Xiaoru with a wave of anxiety. Xiaoru's eyes were open for a while, closed for a while. Her eyes looked like they had reached their limit in general. The eyes were dark for a while, and then they could see things again. Seeing Gu Hai's face that was anxious and incomparable. Seeing that face, a sweet smile appeared at the corner of Xiaoru's mouth, but it was too weak. The eyes couldn't be opened. Xiaoru, don't sleep. Gu Hai kept shaking. Yun Gong. Xiaoru weakly let out murmured whispers. Hurry, hurry, hurry. Gu Hai roared with an anxious face. The general holding the square sky painting halberd slapped his horse's arse and roared with murderous vigor. Kill, kill, kill. Rumble. The speed of the thousands of troops and horses galloped more and more. Boom. In a very short amount of time, it reached the near the front, nearly 1,000 huge cloud beasts. But at this moment, they were all on the same side, rearranging their armies to meet the thousands of armies from below. Thousands of horses and armies were killing. Looking at Meng Tai, the 9 dukes all had a trace of cold sweat on their foreheads, and in the twinkling of an eye, the 2 armies met. Stop, stop, Meng Tai shouted. Roar, roar, roar. The dozen or so huge cloud beasts at the very front roared and tore their way in. Kill. The first general's eyes glared, and his square sky painting halberd fiercely chopped away. Boom. The giant wolf instantly thwarted his body, while the army behind him followed as the giant wolf roared. Boom, boom, boom. A saber blasted onto the giant wolf. Boom. At that instant, the foremost cloud wolf exploded apart, and the 1,000 armies didn't even try to devour them in general, instantly chopping and exploding. A cultivator fell down with a loud bang, falling from a height of 10,000 feet. As for the golden chess piece, it was instantly crushed along with the cloud beast. Rumble. Thousands of troops and horses immediately tore an opening out of the huge cloud beast group, charging towards the inside of the opening. Kill, 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 kill. Shocking roars that spread across the heavens and earth, organized killing, but it was fierce and invincible. All along the way, anyone who dared to block the way was chopped under the swords and died under the hooves of the horses by thousands of troops. Ah. A series of miserable screams. The cultivators high in the air were like rain, continuously falling from the heights. The miserable screams were endless. Block, block, block. Meng Tai's face changed wildly as he shouted. As the thousands of armies passed by, a bunch of huge cloud beasts tumbled over one another and were instantly annihilated. What kind of joke is this? We are all the most elite cloud beasts left behind after experiencing the previous great fight. Are we still no match for one of your cloud beasts? Kill, 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 roar, roar, roar. The armies killed each other, and the battle between the 2 sides became more and more ferocious. Gu Hai, how dare you? The 9th Duke glared and roared. At first, the 9th Duke had disdained Gu Hai, and had said that Gu Hai didn't deserve to know who he was. But at this moment, when he looked at Gu Hai's thousands of armies, how could the 9th Duke have the confidence he had at the beginning? And his eyes were filled with shocked and angry colors. However, at this moment, Gu Hai didn't look at anyone at all, but stared at that 100-life peach tree, staring at the golden peaches on that peach tree. Soon, hold on, Ru. You'll be able to eat that peach soon. You should be fine soon, Ru. Don't sleep, don't sleep, Gu Hai anxiously advised. Yun Gong. Xiaoru's eyes slowly closed. Gu Hai's face changed, and he showed a fierce look. Quick, kill for me, charge for me. Gu Hai roared with glaring eyes. Kill, Tilt. The general with the square sky painting halberd let out a roar, and the morale of the entire army steeply surged in general, charging without regard for life and death. Rumble, rumble, roar, ah. The fall of the human rain was getting faster and faster. Meng Tai stared blankly at the scene in front of him. How can this be blocked? These thousands of troops were too ferocious. This was a total crushing It's as if it's breaking through and destroying everything. Block, left flank, right flank, all give me a charge towards the center. Quick, 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 Meng Tai roared amidst. Rumble. Huge swathes of cloud beasts were knocked out of the way, and the killing swords of 1,000 cuts continued to chop down one after another. Block. Meng Tai roared in shock. Boom. The square sky-painted halberd blasted onto the huge dragon that Meng Tai was sitting on. Ang! The giant dragon let out a sad hiss of pain. Rumble! The rolling saber had already chopped over, and the impact immediately left Meng Tai's sitting giant dragon bruised and battered. Kill, 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 kill. Bastard! Meng Tai's face changed wildly. Nay, the killing power of the army was too great, all the way through, destroying everything, invincible. As the army pressed in, everything was destroyed and devastated. Rumble! In the blink of an eye, they broke through the outsiders' defense army and entered the interior to fight against the Aborigines' defense army. Block it for me. The 9th Duke also roared in alarm. All troops, kill. The square heavenly paint halberd general roared with a scowl on his face. Roar! The 10,000 troops roared in unison and crashed into the Aboriginal army. The 9 Dukes' face changed wildly as he stared at Gu Hai. Maneuvering the 9-headed serpent, one of the snake heads opened its mouth to bite towards Gu Hai. As long as you finish off Gu Hai, you've won. But the general sitting down on Gu Hai was also ferocious, and between his eyes, the square heavenly painted halberd in his hand chopped violently. Powerful and powerful. Break. The square heavenly painted halberd general's face was hideous as he let out a roar. Boom! A huge snake head was abruptly thrown out. It was chopped down by the square heavenly painted halberd general leader with a halberd. What? The 9th Duke exclaimed with glaring eyes. How could the power of that halberd be that strong? My 9-headed serpent was chopped off at one end. Roar, roar. The army following behind roared in, along with the general at the very front, and blasted at the 8-headed snake. The 8-headed serpent madly twisted its large tail to fling one general's soldiers and horses, but there were too many general's soldiers and horses, densely packed, madly decimating them. Kill, 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 kill. The generals were fierce, the soldiers were equally fierce. One can't beat them. I have 100. In the twinkling of an eye, the 8-headed snake was heavily scarred. Boom! Another head was chopped off. 7-headed snake. No, no, you demon. Gu Hai, you demon. The 9th Duke roared in a rush of fire. Rumble! 10,000 armies fought, and in the twinkling of an eye, victory and defeat were divided. The allied forces were magnificent, but the 1,000 armies were even more ferocious, pushing across and crushing all the way to where the 100 longevity peach tree was. Countless people rained down. The protagonists who were ferocious just a moment ago, all of them were miserable at the moment and fell aside. Thousands of armies surrounded the 100 longevity peach tree in the blink of an eye. As for the nearly 1,000 giant beasts, less than 300 were left at this moment, each of them bruised and battered, retreating to the side, each of them dumbfounded, as if they were wooden chickens, looking at the sudden change in the battlefield. Those who fell down 10,000 feet in the air, even more life and death unknown. The Hydra still had 2 heads left and fled out, bruised and battered, and Meng Tai's dragon was also chopped off its forelegs, its tail, and its haunts, and retreated to the side, bruised and battered. Except for Gao Xianzi and Chen Chonshun, who retreated early, most of them fled to the side with their grievous injuries sullenly, looking at this demonic army that had suddenly come to dominate the 100 longevity peach tree. Meng Tai's heart was dripping blood. He had done so much before, played so many mind tricks, and in the end, he could only escape to the side to watch. Ancient Sea. Meng Tai depressed with unwillingness in a hateful voice. Gu Hai, the 9th Duke, also roared in bruised rage.